Hi guys, it's Kat from the Physical Evolution and welcome to your Monday Makeover. Today's topic is basically how self-care and health needs to be your first priority of every day. And when I mean your first priority of every day, I don't mean that you have to get up in the morning and start exercising straight away, but every single moment in your day should be a conscious effort towards improving your health, your fitness, and your well-being. There are so many reasons why. I mean, the obvious ones are obviously that we want to look and feel great. We all want to have that permanent glow 24/7. And we know, well, I hope that we know that through exercise and eating healthily, you can achieve that. But it also includes sleeping well, getting enough rest, taking care of our hearts, taking care of our minds, meditating, thinking good thoughts, living a happy and positive life, all of that sort of thing. So all of that works towards us looking great, feeling great, and just living as our optimal selves. But there are a lot of less obvious reasons why you want to make self-care and health your priority, and I'm going to discuss 3 today. Another point that I always want to throw in there just because it is so important, and that is that by exercising regularly and eating healthily, you are reducing your risk of contracting chronic diseases, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, all sorts of cardiovascular diseases, and you're also improving your chances of lessening the degree that you suffer from depression and anxiety and suicidal thoughts, a whole range of other mental illnesses as well. So if that's not enough reason, then there's also these more intangible reasons. And the 3 that I want to talk about are stress. So exercising regularly has been proven to reduce stress. And we live in an incredible world where everything is made available for us, where there's convenience at our fingertips, where we can fly to the opposite ends of the earth in like a few hours. And yeah, life is really great from that point of view, but there is a lot of additional stress that has been placed on us as human beings. And exercise reduces your feelings of stress and anxiety. It has been proven. There's so many studies out there that have been done using control groups and physically active people and non-active people, and after the ends of the surveys, when all the people are interviewed and their findings are made, the physically active people all make mention of the fact that their stress levels have been reduced or they have disappeared completely. So that's the one thing. No one wants to stress. Exercise will help you reduce stress. The second thing is mental stability and mental capabilities. So by thinking of yourself as this incredible divine vessel, because that is essentially what you are. I mean, if you look at yourself, you're this amazing machine that just works and does the most incredible things and produces other human beings and has this incredible intelligence and the capacity to love and the capacity to do anything that we set our minds to, really. And if you think of us as this wonderful divine being, why would you ever want to pollute it with junk food, with cigarettes, with loads of booze? Okay, I know that I do that from time to time, but I don't do it every day. So like moderation is always a good key. But things like smoking, just like so unnecessary, or polluting yourself with negative thoughts, like polluting yourself with the feelings of like you not being good enough, like all of that sort of thing. By looking after your well-being, by looking after your health, by looking after your levels of fitness or improving them, you actually sharpen your mental focus to the point where those sort of things don't get to you anymore, where you're able to cope with circumstances so much better. So whether it be motherhood, raising children is one of the most difficult things to do in the entire world. Yes, it's so rewarding, but it's incredibly taxing. And by being at your peak optimal level of fitness and health, you're actually able to cope with that so much better. If you have a very demanding career, same story. In order to cope better in those circumstances, you've got to make time for yourself. Any circumstances, really. I mean, it improves your dedication, improves your enthusiasm. It honestly just gives you a higher capability to perform, which is incredible. The last one, number 3, is that you don't get worn out as easily as you would if you weren't in peak condition. So again, going back to motherhood, I mean, it's exhausting being a mother and trying to run after little children. I have teenagers and an 8-year-old, so I'm kind of in a better position now, because my 8-year-old can sort of just go off and do his own thing, and my teenagers definitely do their own things. But there's a lot of emotional outbursts that comes with having teenagers, as any mom of teenagers will know. But yeah, it is exhausting being a parent, and if you are operating at your best in terms of your health and your fitness and your well-being, you are able to endure that so much easier. And that old saying, you cannot pour from an empty cup, is just so relevant in these circumstances. You have to look after yourself first before you can look after everybody else. And it also applies to your career, it applies to any hobbies or anything that you're trying to get off the ground, any aspect of life. You are able to cope so much easier if you are just looking after yourself first. And the other thing that I want to point out as well is, if you're not looking after yourself, if you are not, again, looking after this incredible divine vessel and feeding it with all the positive thoughts and the nutrition and the love and the physical activity and all of the things that it needs in order to thrive, then you're also showing people around you that that is how you want to be treated. If you think of it from that perspective, that we teach people how to treat us, then we need to be looking after ourselves first. We need to be treating ourselves with love. We need to be treating ourselves with positive self-care, and we will receive the same from the people around us. We often sacrifice our own self-care because we are spending all our time caring and loving and looking after those around us, and that is amazing, because that just shows incredible signs of selflessness. However, let's go back to that old quote, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Look after yourself first so that you can look after others. I hope that you enjoyed that little self-care Monday motivation makeover tip and I look forward to seeing you again next week. If you're watching me on YouTube, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I will be adding loads of amazing content going forward, including this obvious Monday makeover video that comes in weekly. If you're watching this on Instagram, I hope you give it a little heart, and you can even share it to your story or comment below and let me know what you thought. I'd love to get your feedback. I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to chat. And I hope that all of this information helps and I'm not just like spewing stuff out into the ether. Okay, have a wonderful day. Mwah.